Hi everyone, CeeChronicles here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're here for the very first time, my content comprises of mostly fragrance reviews, but I do throw in lifestyle content as well. And if you're interested in other content that I do, bring out here that is not fragrance based, you can check out my playlist where I have grouped everything accordingly for ease of reference. I would also appreciate it, guys, if you do consider subscribing and joining the family. And to those who are returning, thank you so much, guys, for the continued support. Welcome to an Armaf fragrance review. We're going to be talking about Armaf Odyssey Homme. This is how the bottle looks like, guys. It does look masculine. So yes, the Homme there is befitting. So this is the bottle. And a quick one, guys. When I did bring Georgians Lion's Heart, it said Sterling Perfumes, and I wasn't absolutely sure whether Sterling Perfumes was part of Armaf, but just going by this, I think they are. So we can say Sterling Perfumes or Flavia Perfumes is a subsidiary of Armaf. So I'm going to take the cap off. The mug effect is gone when I take the cap off, because the cap is the one that has like the mug effect. Okay, so this is the perfume. For those who want to see the atomizer, this is how Armaf Odyssey Homme, sprays. Right, the note composition for this fragrance are listed as vanilla and amber at the top. The mid is oriental notes, which is basically means spices and fragrances, but it also goes on to say spices. And then the iris. And the base of this fragrance lists vanilla again for the second time, and then it has leather and jasmine. So that is the note composition pyramid for Armaf Odyssey. Now, obviously, this is marketed for men, so we can get that one out of the way, but I have been wearing mine. So there is an element in this that makes it wearable, even for women. So it opens up with like a light, warm, cozy amber, and then also has like a gentle sweetness to it. I wouldn't keep this fragrance as a sweet fragrance, but I must say it's definitely not sour, but it is not exactly 100% sweet as well. And then this opening immediately makes way to a powdery iris, like violet undertones, that kind of thing, because iris and violet kind of translate the same in fragrances. So that is going to be the opening. Now, the emphasis on oriental notes followed by spices can be a bit confusing for this fragrance. When I bought this fragrance, I was expecting a spice bomb, because oriental notes in fragrances are basically notes like cumin, cinnamon, I think turmeric, coriander, that sort of thing, basil, ginger, just a bunch of spices. So they went to put that in the mid, followed by just the word spices. I don't get a spice bomb kind of fragrance. I don't get that. What I get, on the contrary, is a very soapy fragrance with what my brain translates as like a fantasy foamy, like a fantasy foamy note. And by this, I mean, if you went into your bath and you ran a bubble bath and there were those bubbles, that were full there, that foam that was full in your bath. To my senses, this is how I smell this. It's as if I'm smelling some foam, okay? And I know this is weird, and this is not what this fragrance is claiming to be. I'm just saying this is just a mental shortcut of what it translates to, at least, to me. And another thing being, it doesn't live up to this EDP promise, because it does say EDP there. I don't know if you can see, guys. What I get is a cologne-leaning fragrance rather than an EDP. The plus for this fragrance when it comes to women is that cologne nature of this fragrance makes it something that is wearable to women. I have been wearing mine without a problem at all. Everything in this translates as soft, non-offensive, something that maybe will be a plus when it comes to kind of blind buying this fragrance. This is not a complex kind of composition. It is one of those fragrances that is easy on the nose, if you will. However, I must say that there was a day when I oversprayed this, and the powderiness and the soapiness there, the mix of that in the sun was a bit nauseating, but that was just a one-off experience. So I don't know whether maybe I just overdone it, because I had sprayed it so close to me, like on my neck and my head. Does share some similarities with Tom Ford's Noir Extreme DNA wise, but of course minus the beastly performance. So if you were one that was maybe wondering what that fragrance smells like, you can purchase this if it's cheaper for you, or on its own as a standalone, it's definitely not a bad fragrance. The only thing I can fault this fragrance for is it does have like a synthetic thing that is there like all through. Okay, so you're gonna get that amber, and you are gonna get those florals, but a lot of syntheticness. The entire fragrance pattern here translates as synthetic. There is a little bit of a leather that tries to come through here, but I wouldn't pick this one particularly, if I'm a leather lover, because the leather there is there, but is guarded. And then the double dose of vanilla as well does not, maybe to my nose, live up to the promise. So if you're a vanilla lover, I wouldn't say this is going to definitely satisfy your nose. The vanilla and the leather here are kind of taking a back seat. What you're going to experience the most, in the dry down is that powdery iris and a green leaning jasmine, which for some may be a little bit too much, which is why I did have to say it earlier on that I went crazy on this, sprayed the heck out of it, because I wanted to see if I did, whether it would maximize the performance. But what I ended up getting was a fragrance that was way too soapy, almost just too much for me, borderline nauseating. But it's just going to be up to your preference. But if you're going to spray this one way too much, just a word of caution there based on what happened to me. But then again, it just maybe could be me, okay, because I did spray it all over, like on my hair, on my neck, and as much as I could. If you are gonna spray this one a little bit too much, maybe you want to take it easy days if you're gonna spend the day in the sun. Otherwise, minus that, I cannot fault it, guys. Makes a very good blind buy or a gift, because this kind of scent profile is doable for a lot of people. Marketed for men, but definitely wearable by women because of that cologne DNA that this fragrance has. So yes, guys, that's what I had for you. We were here to talk about Armaf Odyssey Homme. There is a lot of other ones in this range, but for now, this is the only one that I have. I will see if I can bring you more in the future. CeeChronicles is my name, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. Is this a fragrance that you own? If you do, I'd love to know in the comment section what you think of it. Turn on post notifications, guys. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.